Facebook and fake news, those have been two words that have proved really problematic for the social media giant, which of course also owns WhatsApp and Instagram. Well, now Facebook keen to repair their reputation after having a series of adverts on the site which they said fake news is not our friend. Well, they have now taken action against accounts that they say, 32 accounts that they say had coordinated inauthentic behaviour. In other words, these accounts were linking up to try and deceive and mislead users, and they believe, according to Facebook, that this was ahead of the US midterm elections. These accounts trying to sow discord and political distrust in America. Facebook also adding that unlike in 2016 when there were some Russian-backed accounts, this time Facebook saying it was harder to identify who's behind this. Whoever's doing it is concealing themselves more effectively. Let's just show you some of the posts that Facebook released from the accounts they've taken down. These are just some of the posts you can see here. Now, this one here is called Black Elevation, and this one here is a post about consciousness. So there's a variety of topics, but the idea is from these pages, they are being targeted at users who would not know that there is a coordinated group behind them. People would believe these are authentic posts by authentic users and therefore sign up to them, follow them, share them, etc. And that is how we saw a lot of the spread of fake and inflammatory posts in 2016. Well, let's just bring you up some of the numbers that Facebook released about these accounts here. So there were more than 290,000 accounts were following one of the most popular accounts that Facebook took down. So that number includes real users. We obviously can't tell how many of these users might have been other accounts or other fake accounts as well. But more than 9,500 organic posts were created by the accounts that Facebook was taking down. You can see that's prolific posting across both Facebook and Instagram. The accounts ran 150 adverts. This is where a post is paid for to push it further up people's news feeds, and that was paid for in US and Canadian dollars at around $11,000 there. So this is, as you can see, a big problem for Facebook. Also, Facebook saying it wasn't just accounts, they also took down events like this one, which is called No Unite the Right to DC. It's a counter event to Unite the Right. So it's not just right-wing posts, they're really trying to stir up discord with left-wing events as well. Facebook saying they've contacted people who attended this event to tell them it's off. So Facebook here taking action against what they see as fake news, fake accounts. What do you think? Too little, too late? Or is Facebook taking a step in the right direction? Let us know your thoughts using #TheCube.
All right, thanks for that, Alex. Now, British Prime Minister Theresa May is to hold surprise talks with the French President Emmanuel Macron this week in a bid to get him on board with her Brexit plans, cutting her Italian holiday short. That is, Prime Minister May will head to President Macron's holiday home in the south of France later this week. It comes as May and members of her cabinet are on a summer diplomacy tour ahead of October's crunch Brexit summit. British Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt was in Paris this week, where he said that failure to reach a deal would be a tragedy. Well, joining us live now from London is Euronews correspondent Vincent McAviney. Vincent, so the Prime Minister, she is really obviously keen to get Macron on board. Tell us about that.
Well, Tessa, good morning. You might think that Theresa May deserves a bit of a break after the last couple of weeks of turmoil, but she's cutting short her holiday in Lake Garda to travel to the south of France to meet with President Macron. And this is to try to build some kind of consensus on her Brexit plans that she's struggled to build so far here with her own MPs here in the House of Commons. Now, the Prime Minister will travel to Fort de Bragg-Nation, the island retreat that the French president enjoys. We believe that she has invited herself along, but it's not going to be a bit of a Mamma Mia get-together in the sun in the Med. Emmanuel Macron is one of the toughest critics of her proposals for Brexit, so Theresa May is going to be trying to soften his stance on this. And this is the kind of direct approach that she's trying to use to go above the European Commission directly to other leaders to try to get them to unlock the gridlock on her proposals. And Jeremy Hunt, the new Foreign Secretary, is also on an international tour. He was in France yesterday saying the EU needs to evolve its thinking on this and that the no-deal scenario would be problematic for everyone in the EU.
All right. Well, October is fast approaching. I mean, does she have a plan? What's next for her?
Well, Theresa May has a plan. She wants to go back to the Commons in a couple of weeks' time and to her party conference and say to her MPs, look, I've got this many European leaders on side with my plan. I've got these businesses on side and I've got support around the country. Now, how is she going to do that? We've already seen her going to Northern Ireland to get support for her plan there. She's going to be doing more trips around the UK, but really we'll be seeing more of these kind of trips across Europe. She's already met with German Chancellor Angela Merkel about her plans. She met with Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz last week to talk about her plans. And we know that Theresa May has one more holiday. We expect she's going to go hill walking in Switzerland again, as she normally does, but she might be popping up on the doors of a couple of other European leaders at their holiday retreats to try to talk Brexit to them. Not what they maybe want to be doing in the heat of August, but Theresa May's got a mission to try and build a consensus behind her plans.
All right, for the moment, thanks for that, Vincent McAviney there in London. Thanks. Now, 3 Russian journalists have been killed in an ambush in the Central African Republic. They were in the country on assignment and traveled outside after dark against their security advice. Russia's foreign ministry expressed condolences to the journalists' families and said that they were working on bringing their bodies home. Iranian officials have said they will not meet with President Trump after he indicated on Tuesday that he was willing to sit down for negotiations between the two countries. Foreign ministry spokesman Bahram Ghasemi said on Monday that there is no possibility for talks, and Washington reveals its untrustworthy nature day by day. Those were his words. Now, President Trump pulled the U.S. out of the Iran nuclear deal in May, and sanctions against the country are due to be imposed from next week. 10,000 homes in California remain under threat from wildfires, and 19,000 people have evacuated their homes as firefighters continue to battle blazes that have been burning for over a week. 2 firefighters, a 70-year-old woman and her 2 young great-grandchildren, are known to be among the dead, while 7 others remain missing. Officials say they don't know how long it will take to contain the fires, which have so far burned over 110 acres of land. And still to come for you on the program, 85 people were injured when a passenger jet crashed just after takeoff in the Mexican state of Durango. We'll bring you all the latest pictures. And over in the Cube.
The Aquarius NGO ship is preparing to set sail once again after being at the centre of a European storm last time. We'll have the story after a short break.
What comes to your mind when you think of the Middle East? A place where business and culture are coming together to make a bridge between East and West? Well, from here, we'll bring you our flagship regional program, Inspire Middle East. We'll bring you incredible stories, connect you with the influencers whose innovations are driving business, technology, and the arts, to create that vibe that is so very Middle East of the future. Be inspired and join us on Inspire Middle East every Friday on Euronews and Euronews.com.
Welcome to the Rolex Minute.
This Thursday, for the 5th time in its history, Royal Lytham and St Anne's Golf Club plays host to the 42nd Ricoh Women's British Open. With a multitude of bunkers dotted around this Lancashire course, double major winner Anna Nordqvist is aware of the unique challenge this links course poses.
There's a lot of hidden bunkers, especially off the tee, and you kind of have to know where they are, and they're very penalizing. You know you're going to get some good bounces, and you know you're going to get some bad ones. You have a good strategy around there and avoid a lot of the bunkers. Usually the best golfers end up winning.
And former world #1 Lydia Ko is striving to add this title to her list of major accomplishments.
I would love to be part of the few players that have done the Grand Slam, and I think the closest I've been to winning this event was in Turnberry. And I really enjoy playing links golf. It's golf that you normally don't get to play, and it's challenging, and I enjoy it, so hopefully I'll have a good week this week.
This minute was brought to you by Rolex.